Hi, my name's Jack and I'm an alcoholic. Wait a minute, what did he just say? The Oxford English Dictionary, the definition of alcoholic says, a person who regularly drinks too much alcohol and cannot easily stop drinking so that it has become an illness. Well, that's not really me. That doesn't describe me. Yeah, I drank regularly, and yes, it was probably too much. But I can stop easily. I've stopped easily again. This is day 15, folks. Day 15. I really don't think this qualifies me as alcoholic. It's difficult. It is difficult. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not trying to say that I'm brilliant and if you can't stop, then you're an alcoholic, simply based on the OED definition of the word alcoholic. Oi, where are you going? Come on, back here. Dogs. Yeah, I don't think that qualifies me in the same category as alcoholic, to be honest. I want to say thank you. When I posted the last video, I tried making that film at least 5 times before I got to that one that you saw. That was really difficult. It was really challenging. I didn't know what people would think. I didn't know what people would make of it. I have to say, I've been overwhelmed by the positive comments that I've had from people. Quite a few of you guys out there as well. I've not had any from girls, but then my audience is mainly men. So girls, come on, hop on board, because this affects you as well. If you're at that point in your life where you're sort of questioning how much you're drinking and you're thinking it's having too much of an effect on you, then maybe it is time to re-evaluate your relationship with alcohol. That's what I've done, and that's what I'm trying to put behind me now. My drinking days are done, and let's face it, if I don't sort this problem out now while I'm well, and I'm going to get to a point where I'm ill and I can't, and then I have to deal with the consequences of being ill, possibly from alcohol abuse, because that's what it amounts to, and not being able to do anything about it, ending up on a liver ward and never coming out of there, and ending up in this field behind me. That is the natural burial ground for this area, and it just opened, actually. Lovely place, and that is where I have instructed Mrs. Mogul to have my carcass thrown when it's done with. Look at that. Let's try and get that in focus. Beautiful. So, the purpose of this morning's video, apart from to brag about the fact that I'm on day 15 and the fact that, Jesus, those dogs, come on. And to brag about the fact that I'm on day 15 and that I'm doing well in my sobriety, is to give you some tools and let you know how I did it. What were the things that got me sober this time, and things that could do the same for you guys. The most important one that I've used up to now is a podcast called Over the Influence. So that's run by 3 people. So there's Shazza Hartley, Freddie, I can't remember his surname right now, Freddie Bennett, and Ben, who's the producer of that podcast. That is just utterly brilliant. They've now gone from one of the smallest podcasts out there to one of the biggest, and definitely the biggest in this field of discussing alcohol. They are number one in that field. They're brilliant. Give that a listen. I'm binge listening from the 2020, in the first one, when they made the first one in 2020. That is utterly fantastic. And really important, because you can stay tuned into that vibe of the sobriety thing quite easily when you're listening to something like that, and it certainly takes your mind away from from drinking, and they have some fantastic guests on as well, really good guests who very, very knowledgeable, lots of authors, lots of life coaching type people who've also been on this journey. The reason they ended up doing what they're doing now, most of the time for these people, I think probably 100% of the time for these people, is that they were in the same position. They were drinking too much and needed to stop. I've had a couple of people, who watched my last video have also said, yeah, you're right, it's time to knock it on the head. Ryan, Yorkshire Teapot, he's on you must be on day 6 now, Ryan. Absolutely awesome, absolutely awesome. That I, kicked Ryan's arse into, taking some positive action. I'm so pleased with that. I'm so pleased with that because, it's moving his life now in a different direction. I've also set him a challenge of 100 days, which will take him through Christmas. So no drinking through Christmas. I mean, for a lot of people, that's impossible. They can't do that. I've done it before. I've done it through birthdays. I've done it through Christmas. It's not that difficult. What makes me think that this time is going to be different? I got 365 days last time and then started drinking again, and I was really disappointed in myself, and I know what that disappointment feels like. So that's why I know that this time will be different. So another tool that I used was a book called Alcohol Explained. If you're of a more scientific mind and you want to know exactly how insipid alcohol is and how it affects your body on a physiological functioning level, Alcohol Explained is a fantastic book. I think that's by William Porter, who also was an alcoholic, or definitely had a drink problem anyway. I mean, alcohol, if you do decide to stop, alcohol is out of your system within 4 to 5 days. Any residual feelings of wanting alcohol are all mental. They're all your brain saying, oh, I need a drink. You don't need a drink. You really don't. Now, another guy, he said that he suffers with anxiety and depression, and he often turns to the bottle. I'm not going to say who that is. Anyone who comments, unless they specifically say I can use their names, I'm not going to use names. So this guy said that he suffers with anxiety and depression as a result. Well, not as a result, he suffers with it anyway, and then he turns to drinking, and he can't get longer than a week without drinking. The problem is with alcohol, it makes anxiety and depression 10 times worse. That's proven. That is just a fact. So, the sooner you stop, the sooner you'll be putting those feelings behind you. I know it's difficult, but you will come out of that. If you need help to do it, then the NHS alcohol thing is, there's a lot of advice on there, but really it's a case of doing it for yourself. I've given that guy my number, and Ryan has my number, and anybody else who contacts me and feel like you need some help getting over this, if you contact me privately, DM me, email me at motomogul500@gmail.com. We can form a bit of a group. If I get enough people together, we could always start a WhatsApp support group or something like that. Not necessarily that, but something like that, just to support one another. Look at that. I don't want to miss loads of these as I get older. I want to see more of this. I want to be around for it. So this is my challenge to you. Eventually it gets to the point, you say. This is my challenge to you. We are 6 days away. It's Sunday morning now, Sunday the 25th of September. We are 6 days away from the 1st of October. Anybody out there fancy Sober October? I know it's a challenge, but it's only a month. It's 30 days. I'm on day 15. I'm halfway through a month already. Sober October, this is my challenge to you guys. Anybody wants to do it, just message below. Let me know that you're going to jump on board. Set a you know, a day counter on your phone or a countdown timer, something like that. Count you through the days. That's really important, I think, but you need a challenge and you need a target if you want to go down this route. And you can't approach this half-arsed either. You know, this has to be the full arse or nothing at all. So yeah, come on, get on board. You can do this. I mean, I've not had anybody say this at the minute, but it's like, why are you discussing this shit on, you know, a channel dedicated to bikers? Well, it's not just dedicated to bikers. It is 99.9% of the time dedicated to bikers, but I have been labelled as an influencer before, and if I can influence anybody to, you know, get off alcohol, then I feel like it's a responsibility of mine, especially as a, you know, a healthcare professional. I have a duty to the public to promote healthy living, and this is my way of doing it by using my own experience. Look at these two, they're bored out of their heads. Oh well, never mind. So yeah, come on, let's do it. Sober October. Oh my god, that sunrise is just stunning now. Absolutely stunning. Let's knock you back into some kind of light balance. It's about the best I can manage now. Yeah, so come on, use the tools. There's so many good sayings out there, aren't there? I want to leave you with one, because this is, you know, it's a game of patience with this thing, isn't it? Because it is, you know, to greater or lesser extent an addiction, and with addictions, to kick them into touch, you've got to be patient. And I read one quote yesterday which stuck in my mind. I'll try and post more quotes on patience, because I think patience is the key to everything. It's the key to a happy life, is patience. And the quote I read was, "Have patience, all things are difficult before they become easy." And that's a quote by Sadi. Let's do this, guys. Let's do Sober October. You can do it. I'm here to support you. DM me, email me, whatever it takes. We'll get you through this. We'll get you through this. You'll get me through this. Come on, jump on board. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. My name is Jack Porter. I'm not an alcoholic. This is a Moto Mogul channel. I will see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.